Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I budget for my paycheck. So paycheck number 2 did just post, and I am going to be receiving $1,068 and some change, but I never budget my change. I always round down if it's income and round up if it's an expense. So what I like to do is look at my planner and see what bills are coming out of this paycheck. So if you watched my check-in, then you would have known that I had to move Discover around a little bit. So Discover is now coming out of this paycheck. Discover does cost me $68. And after that, I'll have $1,000 out of that paycheck. So I already paid Discover, I used my buffer, and I'm pretty much just paying myself back. So then now, nothing is due for the rest of the week. And then we have a rent. Rent is $597, which is $10 less than what I had budgeted. All right, so that will be literally my whole paycheck. Oh my goodness. It leaves me with $403 left. Oh, I just realized I forgot to do Excel. Okay, well, Excel too. That's a bill. That is $81. I was over budget by $1, which is okay. And then we have $322 remaining. Then we have some other bills that come out. These are the subscriptions, Disney Plus. I am considering canceling this because I really do not use it. It's mainly just my niece who's using it, but then I'll feel bad if I cancel it. Then she can't watch her cartoons she likes. So that leaves us with $314 out of this paycheck. And then we have music. This is Apple Music. I have the family plan. And that leaves us with $299. So after all our bills, we have $299 left over. This is not gonna go towards all my envelopes because I do leave my main expenses on my debit card, which include gas, groceries, munchies, and miscellaneous. So I'm just gonna do variable expenses right here. And then what I like to do is look at the calendar and see what's going on. So the first thing I like to do with my variable expenses is say, do I need gas this week or next week? I have a quarter tank of gas, so of course I'm gonna need gas. And I'm gonna budget kind of high on that, and that's gonna leave me with $40. Or I'm gonna budget 40, and it's gonna leave me with $259. So the next category I like to think ahead of is groceries. So we go grocery shopping on every Thursday. And so I'm thinking right now for the meals that we have planned, do we have everything for them? So right now I have chicken noodle soup in the crock pot, so I don't have to worry about today. We'll probably have leftovers one of these days, so that is fine. But we're gonna need something for one of the other days. And one of the meals we had planned was beans and sausage. And so I already budget that out, how much I can expect to spend. So what I'm gonna do is write groceries for $10. And that's gonna leave me with $249. Alrighty, and then I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, there's a whole other week that I could potentially spend money in groceries. But on Thursday, I'll make sure when we're going grocery shopping, I'm picking meals that will definitely have items in stock that day and things like that. So there won't be any issues. So our next categories is munchies, and we do go out to eat on every Thursday. It's nothing expensive, it's nothing too crazy, but every Thursday is our out to eat day, and whoever got paid that week will be purchasing the dinner. So for example, last week he got paid, so he bought us food on Thursday, which is why there's no expense track. So I do have to pay this week, and next week I won't have to. So munchies, I'm gonna say $20 for munchies. And that's gonna leave us with $229 remaining. All right. And then for miscellaneous, I really don't see myself actually needing to purchase anything. So with that being said, I like to create a buffer for anything that might actually come up that I can't think of right now when I'm doing this budget. Out of the paycheck, I have $229 remaining. So in my head, I'm kind of challenging myself. How close can you get to saving that full $229? I know things come up, but hey, challenge yourself. Do you really need to buy this? Do you really need to buy that? So what I'm gonna do now is just write buffer so that money could stay in the account. And I'm gonna do $49. And you'll see why I'm kind of leaving it so large towards the end of the video. This is how things are working in my brain right now, and this is what makes sense to me. And when you're creating a budget, you want to make sure that you understand it makes sense to you so that you can succeed and have control over your finances. So this means I'll have $180 going towards sinking funds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave this to the side. I'm going to create my sinking funds. So what I like to do is write my ending balance that I have so far in these accounts so that I can see where I'm at, if I need to stuff a little bit more in to reach a goal, or is something coming up and I need to just realize how much is actually in there, so I should be stuffing more. It just helps me figure out how much I should be putting in there. So real quickly, I'm just gonna fill these out. So what I'm gonna do is work on the categories that aren't a priority. So they're not a priority right now, but I definitely want to keep money coming in. So we're gonna just stuff $5 in those categories that aren't a priority, because I do have a couple of things coming up and I gotta make sure I got money for that. So the first category that is not a priority because nothing's really coming up is gifts, and that will leave me with $45 in that envelope, and that will be more than enough to take care of anything that were to come up. The next category is audits. This is pretty much her birthday fund and Christmas fund, and the new max is $160 because I wasn't able to get her anything this past year. And then the next category I have is self-care, and I did chop all my hair off. Oh my gosh, I'm scared, but it's okay. It'll grow back. I'll put $5 in it, and so that leaves me with $60 once I do my once I actually stuff it. And also, real quickly, we don't need to put anything in Texas because we already funded that with our paycheck number 1, so we can just put that at 0. So when things are not a priority, they just get $5. So I'm gonna fill that out real quickly, and so that will leave us with $3,210 in the house fund. And then emergency will have $905, so close to that $1,000 emergency fund. That's so exciting. And then Jeep will have $425. And then lastly, wedding will have a new total of $713. I will be pulling money out of this account here shortly to pay for some of the stuff that we're going to be that I put on my credit card for our Vegas trip. So I know that I have $713 in savings for the wedding. I went ahead and put it on my credit card since there's more protection using a credit card. So that will probably that will probably decrease here within the next month. So back to the cash. Another not priority is my own category, which is Lizzy, and that's going to end up having $15. I told myself that if you're not gonna stuff it, or if you don't want to stuff it, you're gonna have to stuff it with at least $5, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The next category that I want to do is Lizzy Budgets. This one has a good amount for my giveaway that I want to do, and it probably won't be for a little bit longer, so I'm okay with putting in 5, and then I could put in a little bit more next paycheck. So that leaves me with $29 once I stuff it. And then I believe, let's see, so that leaves us with hubby, Jeep, travel, iPad, and clothes. And that's right, those are kind of where my priorities are. So now I'm gonna designate money where I feel fits best. So right now our goal is to save $500 each come March 4th. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in $40 to go ahead and kick it up a little bit, and that will leave me with $229 out of the $500. So what y'all will be seeing, this account or this envelope will be growing fairly fast because my man will be putting money in there as well. I don't share his finances on this channel, but that account will be growing just because he will be putting money in there to help us get to that $1,000 goal. Hubby is going to be getting $30. And this is also for his Valentine's Day gift. There is going to be some shoes that are going to be coming out when we're in Vegas. So he might be getting some new shoes with that money. So Jeep is getting 20. So the total will be 240 once I stuff it. iPad, everybody knows I want an iPad. Well, excuse me. We'll have $260. And then clothes will be getting 20 because you know, we gotta look cute in Vegas, like I mentioned the last video. So that will leave us with $70. So now I like to challenge myself. Remember that buffer of $44 or $49? I'm gonna challenge myself. How much can I keep of that? And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna challenge myself, and I'm gonna make a plan for this money. So this money will just go to my online savings because I didn't put a lot in it. So I'm going to write down these categories, and then I'm going to add some more money to them. So Texas, of course, doesn't get anything. So it's going to have its same amount. And then I'm going to put, say if I don't spend any of this money, I'm going to put $19 in the house fund, and that will leave me with $3,300. I wish. $3,229. Emergency fund, I will be putting in $10, and that will leave me, oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess, $915. Jeep will just be getting 5. It's still not a priority, but I still want to make sure I'm putting money in it. So that will leave us with $430. And then wedding, I'll be putting in 15. And that will leave us with $728. So that's my challenge to myself, is to save as much as I can out of this so that I can continue to fund these, because this month I wasn't able to put that much money in from each paycheck. So that's going to be my goal. As that paper turned into a hot mess real quick. You know how like in school, they're always like, make sure you check your work. Well, that's kind of what I do here, is to make sure that all my numbers are adding up correctly and I'm not messing anything up, so that I'll be shocked once I do my monthly overview. So I just, throughout the week, I continuously check the work that I'm doing. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do real quick to kind of show you guys my overall savings, my overall potential savings for the month. And I am going to share with you guys how I am making myself feel better with all these small stuffings that I'm doing. Okay, I'm not used to these small stuffings. I'm used to like one big stuffing. So I'm gonna share with you guys that. So this transaction log that you see will eventually look like this, very much nicer and cleaner. And then the breakdown of where all my savings is going, this hot mess will eventually, oops, let me make sure you guys are still in frame. Okay, so this hot mess will eventually look like this. So real quickly, paycheck number 1 for house receipts. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm checking my work. So paycheck number 1 is officially completed. So all of this should add up to my $336 that I have already saved, that I have documented. So hopefully your girl is doing things right. Alrighty, your girl is so smart. $336 out of paycheck number 1, which is accurate. So now this is paycheck number 2. So I'm gonna fill it out as well. 180. So we're doing things right so far. 180. And then now let's say buffer. We're still doing things correctly. That should be the $49. We're so smart. We add all this up. $565. This is my potential savings for January 2021. And guys, I really wanted this to come out super cute. Like I wanted the handwriting to be cute. I didn't want any little scribbles, but this is the reality of how I budget my paycheck. It typically does not always look like this. It's literally a hot mess, and this is fairly like, oops, where'd my sheet go? And this is fairly nice compared to all the other papers that I have laying around my house. So it's a hot mess, and then it gets cute. So with that being said, we've checked all our work and we are on track to save $565 this month. And before, when I would just do one stuffing, this seemed like a large amount of money, and it really kind of disappointed me and kind of made me sad that, you know, there was weeks that I was only putting $4, $2, but in reality, you're putting a small amount away, but it adds up fast. So in 1 month, I can potentially save $565, and before, I would probably have blown this $565 just because it was sitting in my account. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys learned something from it. Like I said, the handwriting, it got kind of sloppy, but I was just being real with you guys. It looks 100 times worse when I'm doing it on my own, but that's just kind of how I plan. I know everybody does things a little bit different, but that's how I prepare my paychecks, and the system has been working. I've been doing it since the summer of 2020, and it's been working. I like to challenge myself with my buffer so that I have more to save. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next video. Have a great